In the annals of global leadership, few figures have been as polarizing as President Saddam Hussein. Born in the heart of Iraq, Saddam's rise to power is a tale of ambition, resilience, and some might say, ruthlessness. His reign, spanning over 2 decades, was marked by a unique leadership style, one that often defied conventional norms. Saddam navigated a complex political landscape, dealing with internal strife, external threats, and the ever-looming specter of war. His leadership was characterized by a firm hand and an unwavering resolve, traits that both endeared him to some and made him a figure of contention for others. Despite the controversies, few can deny the impact of his decisions on the course of Iraq's history and beyond. A study of Saddam's leadership is not just a journey into the past, but also an exploration of the complexities of power and governance. The leadership journey of Saddam is a tale of ambition, resilience, and controversy. In the early years of Saddam's life, the seeds of leadership were sown amidst adversity. Born into a poor family in Tikrit, Iraq, he faced numerous hardships. Yet these challenges did not deter him, but rather they fueled his aspiration for power and leadership. His early political career was marked by his active participation in the Arab Socialist Ba'ath Party, a political entity that played a significant role in shaping Iraq's future. His tenacity and strategic acumen soon catapulted him to the forefront of Iraqi politics. Saddam's ascension to the presidency in 1979 marked the beginning of a new era in Iraq. His leadership style was characterized by a blend of charismatic authority and firm control. He launched ambitious development projects, transforming Iraq into a formidable power in the Middle East. However, his rule was not without controversy. Critics point to his autocratic style of governance, marked by a suppression of dissent and widespread human rights abuses. The Iran-Iraq War, which spanned the better part of the 1980s, was a crucial chapter in Saddam's leadership journey. As the commander-in-chief, Saddam was faced with the daunting task of leading his country through a protracted and brutal conflict. His strategic decisions during this period have been the subject of much debate. While some commend his resilience in the face of adversity, others criticize his military tactics and the heavy toll they took on the Iraqi people. The aftermath of the Iran-Iraq War led Saddam into a new conflict, Operation Desert Storm. This military campaign, led by a coalition of 35 nations against Iraq, was a significant test of Saddam's leadership. Despite facing overwhelming odds, he managed to maintain his grip on power, showcasing his resilience once again. In the years that followed, Iraq was subjected to severe economic sanctions. The hardships endured by the Iraqi people during this period have often been attributed to Saddam's leadership decisions. His refusal to comply with United Nations resolutions, coupled with his perceived defiance of the international community, further isolated Iraq. The fall from power of Saddam marked the end of an era. The aftermath of his rule has had far-reaching implications, not just for Iraq, but for the entire region. His execution in 2006 sparked a wave of controversy and ignited debates about his legacy. Saddam's leadership journey is a testament to the fact that leadership is a complex phenomenon, influenced by a multitude of factors. His rule, marked by ambition and resilience, has left an indelible mark on the annals of history. Whether one views him as a visionary leader or a controversial figure, there's no denying the profound impact Saddam has had on Iraq and the world at large. The impact of Saddam's leadership on Iraq and the Muslim world continues to be a subject of intense debate. Saddam Hussein's rule was marked by a dichotomy of progress and devastation, a paradox that continues to shape perceptions of his leadership. On one hand, Saddam's rule was characterized by a determined push for modernization. He championed the development of infrastructure, education, healthcare, and industry, propelling Iraq into a new era of progress. His leadership saw Iraq's literacy rates soar, and the country was transformed into a regional power. For many, these achievements underscore the positive impact of his rule. However, the narrative of Saddam's leadership is not entirely rosy. His reign was also marked by allegations of severe human rights abuses, including the use of chemical weapons against his own people. His aggressive foreign policy led to 2 devastating wars that left the country and its people in ruins. These actions have led to a negative perception of his leadership, both within Iraq and across the Muslim world. These contrasting views illustrate the complexity of Saddam's impact. His rule brought about significant changes, both good and bad. His legacy continues to influence Iraq's trajectory and the wider Muslim world's perception of leadership. Regardless of one's views on Saddam's leadership, it is undeniable that his rule left an indelible mark on Iraq and the Muslim world. As we reflect on Saddam's leadership, several key points stand out. His reign was marked by a fierce determination, unyielding resolve, and an unparalleled grip on power. These traits, while controversial, underscore the complexities of leadership and governance. It's critical to remember the context in which leaders operate, as it shapes their decisions and actions. While the legacy of Saddam's leadership is contentious, his story offers invaluable insights into the nature of leadership and power.